Hi everyone, welcome. Just so you are aware, I was talking while filming this video, but I ended up not liking what I was saying that much. You will see my hands move and me pointing at things that I'm not talking about in this voiceover, so that's why I'm mentioning it. Let's get journaling. For the setup, I went with a simple skull doodle theme with some different sized gray lines to fill in some of the white space and add a little more going on to the spreads. The supplies that I used for this setup were a gray Tombow dual brush pen numbered N55, a Sakura Pigma brush pen, a Sakura Pigma Graphic 1, and a Sakura Pigma Micron in 005. The quote on the left is "There ain't no rest for the wicked until we close our eyes for good," from a song by Cage the Elephant. I just thought that those lyrics fit perfectly with this spread. Here is my monthly calendar spread. In the past, for the calendar, I would make it where it would only show the days for that specific month, but in my September setup, I went to this completed look for the calendar, so basically showing some of the days from the previous month and the coming month. I ended up really liking how that looked, so I did it again for this spread. However, I don't think that it looks as good in this spread as it did in my September spread. Here is the beginning of my weekly spreads. In the upper left corner, I made a notes box. I meant for this to actually be a goals box, but I accidentally wrote the word notes. I still plan on writing my goals here though. If you have seen any of my other weekly setups, you will know that my weekly section uses the same structure for all of the weeks, with 4 boxes on each side of a page. On to the tracker portion of my setup. First, we have my mood tracker. I drew some skull doodles that are missing the eye sockets, and I will be adding the eyes to indicate my mood. So big oval eyes will be for my good days, thin lined eyes will be for okay days, and evil or angry eyes will be for bad days. Next, my habit tracker. I drew little calendars for each habit because again, I've been really liking the full rectangle calendar look recently. I decided to go light on the habits this month. The habits that I'm going to track are journaling and wearing my retainer. I ended up spelling the word journal wrong and I decided not to fix it. I still know what it is supposed to be, and I think that it's not all that noticeable. On the next page, we have the books to read and the chapter by chapter trackers. The books to read section is where I draw what I plan on reading for the month. I think this adds a little extra touch to my reading spreads. The chapter by chapter section is where I write out the chapters that the books in the books to read section have so that I can track my progress throughout the month. Also, I'm not sure what my other book is going to be yet, so that's why the third spot is blank. Here is my finances tracker where I will write down my income and expenses throughout the month, and at the end of the month I will total them up. This gives me an idea of how much I am making versus spending, and if I need to limit my spending next month because I spent too much this month. On the right, we have my wish list and gift list. With the holidays right around the corner, I plan on really utilizing this page. Lastly, we have my planning dump page that I will be using to plan my journal setup for November. I have a feeling that I'm going to be making another page for this planning dump because I have been thinking of experimenting with some other types of spreads, and I am planning on starting that next month. So be sure to look out for my November video to see what I come up with. Time for the final flip through. I hope you liked the video and got some inspiration for something that you can do in your own journal. Thank you for watching and see you next time.